Pisces, hi, welcome to your June 2025 reading. This is for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and any strong placement in your birth chart for the sign of Pisces. Crosswatchers, you are welcome here if you are interested in a Pisces. Please try to remember that these are for the collective, so they are general reads, so they may not resonate with every single Pisces out there. Please check your other placements and other Pisces readings on this channel. Take what resonates for you there, leave the rest for somebody else, okay? Energies can be interchangeable, meaning vice versa, so please use your discretion to put those energies where they best fit in your specific situation. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a high vibrational comment. I love to hear from you, and it helps my channel out greatly, and I appreciate all the love and support this far. All of that being said, Pisces, let's get right into this and see what June has in store for you. If you are someone who has been here before, you know how we do the monthly readings. If you are new, welcome. We do some energies coming in and out. We do some tarot. We do some romance angels. We do some messages from your spirit guides. And then we close it off with an oracle. And of course, we get some tea to see what else is popping. All right, so let's get right into this. For Pisces, please, one more. For Pisces, June 2025. Whoop. Well, that's not helpful. All right, you have happy out here. So a lot of happiness, regeneration. So you're taking some time to regenerate, to heal some things and let some things go. Okay. The bottom of the deck, never-ending story. So it seems kind of like things just keep happening and it's just reoccurring. It's never ending. Not for you. Time for a nap. Chaos and conflict. Observer. So through this chaos and conflict that you have, you're really starting to observe situations for what they are. Okay. And, you know, that can be quite hectic, but you have to do it because there's something that Spirit wants you to know, that there is something that is not for you and you need to find out what it is. If that means taking some time to rest, you know, regenerating your mind, body, and soul. Initially, you are happy. You are happy. Good things are coming in. You aren't letting certain situations kind of affect your overall well-being, which is very delightful. All right, let's get some messages from your spirit guides, kind of see what they want you to focus on this month. Okay, for Pisces, June, please, Spirit, what do you want them to know? What messages do you have for Pisces? All right, Spirit says stop. Okay. All right. So you have send help to others. The light in you can lead the way. Yeah. So with the things that you realize aren't for you, you're releasing them, you're letting them go, standing in the light that is for you and making it so that you can help other people and guide them out of what they're in. Be calm and keep going. Always in motion. That's why you need to take a bit of a breather here. Endurance is the key to success, and you have the ability to affect your own destiny. So not letting other things or situations get in the way of what it is that you kind of want to be doing here. I'm going to get some cosmic insight, see what else might be coming in for you for the month of June. 2 more. For Pisces. What else do we need to know here, Spirit? Okay. Guardian, a lost loved one watches over you. And narcissist, someone is too full of themselves. Okay, this could be you, or this could be someone who is connected to you. But that could be what you're observing here. Observing how people kind of conduct themselves here. Okay. All right, we'll pull a romance angel. This is in no way, shape, or form a love reading. If you want strictly love, then check back to the Pisces reading last 2 weeks ago, maybe a week and a half ago. And there you will get everything that you need to know. One more for Pisces. What does Pisces have going on with their current person, who they're thinking about for the month of June, please? Okay, 2 came out. So we'll take them. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path here. That could be what this conversation needs to be about here, Pisces. Maybe you're on 2 different paths. Maybe you believe differently. Your values, your morals are different than this person. Could be different ethnicities here. But there does need to be a conversation about it, okay? So that there's no misunderstandings. One more. All right. What else for Pisces, please, for June? Here we go. Oh. There's that happiness right there. Just confirming it. Okay. All right. Bottom of the deck, okay? There is the 5 of Swords, Aquarius energy here. Okay, there's disagreements. There is conflict. There is chaos here. There is feelings of defeat here. And your intuition is telling you this. You know what it is. There could be things that have come to the surface that have now been illuminated to you, and secrets have been revealed. So now you already knew it, but now you have the clarity of it. You listen to your gut. You listen to your intuition to be guided with that, okay? All right. So let's see. You have the 8 of Pentacles. No, sorry, that is not a pentacle, y'all. We are Monday morning, like, maybe 10 o'clock, okay? The 8 of Swords, Gemini energy. The King of Pentacles, Leo and Virgo energy. The Sun, Leo energy. The 2 of Pentacles, Capricorn. the Ace of Pentacles, Earth energy. So Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. And then the Nine of Swords, Gemini energy. So it pretty much looks like there's a lot of self-restriction here. Having negative thoughts about these situations, observing the chaos and all that. There's a lot of negative thoughts that are surrounding it. Like I said, you were really trying hard to keep your bearings so that you have that happy feeling coming through. You feel imprisoned and almost victimized by what it is, like that victim mentality here. But you are grounded. You are leading yourself into abundance here. You're being very disciplined with what it is that you want to have going on. And you are still maintaining to have that level of generosity here. But you're kind of doing this kind of on your own, not really taking any help doing any of that, because it's almost like you feel more secure when you're doing things on your own here. Okay. But there is pleasure here and happiness that you are seeking. And this is going to come front and center for the month of June. The sun is going to be out at summertime. You're just going to feel, rejuvenated here. Okay. You're going to have some growth here. You're going to be well. You're going to have a rebirth of some sort once you kind of get some of this chaos out for you. And once you understand that there are some things that are not for you, and to be okay with it. Okay. You have multiple priorities going on right now. So you kind of feel like you're juggling a lot of things and your plate is very full. And you're really just needing to get some time management, kind of hammered out here so that you have room for these new opportunities and doors that are going to be coming in for you in this abundance with this Ace of Pentacles here. There's new opportunities, new, ventures, doing new things, wanting to try something that you never had and knowing that there is going to be some level of success here for you. But all of these feelings and this chaos causes you to overthink the situation, have anxieties, and kind of go through a dark night of the soul here. Even though you know subconsciously deep down that you got this, you can do this, nothing is going to get in your way. Even though you have some negative thoughts and you have, this self-imprisonment that you're not able to see the big picture right now, don't stress too much about it, because eventually that anxiety and overthinking of the situation is going to fall off and you are going to be able to see the bigger picture and what it is that you need to do. But let's find out and see what this chaos is that is kind of surrounding you, what it has to do with here, because it's coming in quite prominently here. And it could have something to do with something that is someone that is tied up to you, that is just kind of making things super difficult for whatever reason and making you feel like you need to be more observant of the situation or the people that are around you, which is normal and that's okay. You should be observant of who you have around you in your space anyway. All right. 5 of Swords in the overall energy, please. The Lovers in reverse. Okay. So yes, there is conflict and chaos with a connection, someone who most certainly may be narcissist, or you, could be you too. Put the energies where they best fit, which is why that heart-to-heart conversation is needing to be had, because there is some sort of conflict here. And it does have to do with this connection here, this love connection, Gemini energy. Clarify the 8 of Swords, please. Okay. the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So you do have a king and queen up here, a divine couple here, but somebody feels like they've been entirely too generous with this situation. The Five of Cups flipped as well. I'm going to take it because I feel like it needs to be seen here for you. Again, there is regret here. There is loss here. There is feelings of sadness and missing something, missing an opportunity here. Maybe there's a bit of a separation between you and this person, and you're missing that. Things were said and done, but you felt like you gave too much of yourself, or they did, okay? And it wasn't reciprocated. And now you've kind of put up a wall, like you aren't going to do this on your own anymore, which has caused this other person to kind of stand up and say, okay, well, now I'm going to do it. But in retrospect, they kind of feel like they were the one doing the majority of everything and kind of feeling like they were doing it on their own as well. So again, there's lack of communication, understanding here, and it has caused these conflicts here. Clarify the Sun. The Five of Wands. Yeah, there is internal conflict, but you're still kind of, pushing on, and still, like I said, once you realize that something is not for you, and with this relationship, the way it is showing up, you're realizing that it is not for you. But now there's an internal conflict because there has been happy times, and this is kind of messing with your happiness in some way, shape, or form, or the pleasures that you had with this person. So now you're kind of in that internal conflict, head and heart, kind of going to battle, trying to figure it out here. You're trying really hard not to let this mess with your overall happiness here. Okay, on the floor, Seven of Cups. Yeah, there's confusion here. There is, the feeling of, okay, somebody has too many options here. Six of Swords in reverse. You're not moving away from this. You feel like you're moving away from it, but the fact of the matter is, even if you're moving away from it, the conflict is still kind of following you because, again, you're dealing with someone who has narcissistic tendencies here. So it's not going to go away like that just because you moved yourself away from the situation. So a lot of that negative energy, that confusion, is still kind of following you here. Two of Pentacles. But you are trying to, even though you are kind of juggling, you are ready to move things forward, but you're still having a hard time releasing some of this energy. Nine of Cups. So there is a wish fulfilled here with this, getting the time management in and adapting to the new happiness that you have coming in. So like I said, there is a connection tied up to you. It's there, but it's not, for whatever reason, you're still kind of observing to see if there's changes or whatever the case is. You do regret the fallout of this, but it was just too much going on. You have too many things left that you want to do, and finding that balance and getting your priorities straight has really put the balance in, and you're making better decisions. So no matter how small that wish fulfillment is, it is being answered. Anything else on that, please? Yeah, the High Priestess. So again, with that intuition coming in, with the things being revealed to you, you wanted to know. You wanted to know what was going on, why these things were happening. Once you have that clarity and have that heart-to-heart conversation about the things that are kind of bothering this connection, things are going to, you're going to be like, I got it. I understand now. Okay. Can I have one on the Ace of Pentacles, please? The Nine of Swords again. So again, whatever these new opportunities that are coming in still kind of cause you to have a little bit of anxiety here. Again, you have a lot going on with personal affairs, opportunities, careers, all of that. It is causing a lot of anxiety and a lot of sleepless nights here. Because you know what you want to do, but again, once you know what you want to do, once you untie yourself from this and stop self-restricting yourself from everything's going to start falling into place, and these opportunities are going to start coming in, I would say by the end of June, middle to end of June here for you. But it does. You're spending a lot of time thinking about a lot of things here. Clarify the Nine of Swords. Yeah, the Two of Swords. There's confusion here with, with this anxiety and this overthinking everything that you have going on. There is confusion, and there is painful decisions that need to, be dealt with here. There are obstacles that are in your way that need to be cut out. Okay, this here and this bad relationship needs to be cut out so that you are able to see things clearly. You have the Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords, both representing not being able to see the bigger picture here. Anything else on that? Yep, the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, so there's karmic lessons. You're learning some karmic things. This was a karmic kind of connection here. You are putting in the work, and that's not just within the connection or this lacks of a connection here, but in everything moving forward here, you are putting in the work, okay? So don't think that you're not. You are doing the things that you need to do. You just have a lot of anxiety about it. All right. Let's close this off with an Angels and Ancestors Oracle card for you, okay? You're overwhelmed by the things that you have going on. And it's just as simple as releasing it. Let it go. All right. For Pisces, June 2025, please. Okay. Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. Okay, so let's go and see what more we can find out for you here. All right. All right, this is your message, okay? Move beyond the limitations that have been set for you by family members, past and present. Know that the energy of your spirit is more powerful than genetics and behavioral patterns. So there, like I said, there's a lot coming into play here, okay? Religious factors, values, morals, things that you were kind of raised with here. All right. Okay, Pisces, that is what I have for you. Please like, share, and subscribe. And like always, I will see you in the next.